From the Edge of the Web studios, here's what we're looking at this week.
From Tech Radar, Google is actually, would you believe this? You know they completely died on Google+, right? But they're coming back around, and they're starting to build a new social network. Google can't stay out of the social network economy this time with a project codenamed, or is it codenamed or named Shoelace? Which Google claims will supercharge your social life. The social network will be a region-based network and is currently only available in small parts of New York. Jacob, you wrestled this article out. Give us a little bit of a snapshot of what they're really trying to do here.
Yeah, so I believe this is the actual name. I don't think it's a code name at this point. It sounds like it's invite only, and it's in New York only, and maybe even only certain parts of New York.
Oh, wow.
So it's supposed to be, they're boasting it as being hyper-local and way to connect with maybe people with similar interests or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see. Off the top of my head, like I can see where this might be nice, but I think it'd be hard to have a social network that can't connect me with other people. Like one of the things that I think keeps me into Facebook is that connection with people who are far away,
right,
that I don't get to see. So it's interesting. We'll see how it goes, or if it gets past New York at all. But I don't know.
Or some heavily populated cities, and then just kind of die on the vine there. Unlike most social networks, which let people connect with all overs around the world, Shoelace is region-based, like you said, and the app is invite only and can be installed after you receive the invite code. So, Shay, have you received the invite code?
No, I have not, but this is all very interesting.
I'll tell you what, location-based networks, there was a thought years ago, whenever Facebook started to really explode, that you can only have about 52 friends that you're close with, and everybody else kind of is in these different concentric circles outward, that you really don't have that connection. So are they doubling down here that you can't have that connection with anybody else? It's just your local friends, your local connections, and to the point, it's also possibly a networking scenario as well if you're in that space. What do you think about this? Do you think this has a play?
I think it's a pretty cool idea. I think it's pretty niche for the local concepts and the local marketing needs. However, I think sometimes companies need to be careful to not create a platform centered around a feature that already exists on a larger platform. Like, for example, the Facebook ads platform. I'm always comparing the Facebook ads to the LinkedIn ads because the LinkedIn ads manager needs to catch up. But just think about Facebook and how much they built out the capabilities for targeted marketing on the ads manager. I mean, you really can, if you know what you're doing through the different functions on this social media platform, already target your niche locally and connect with as many people as you'd like. So it'll be cool. Like I said, I mean, it is like, it'll be known for that, and that'll be its niche. So it could still blow up. I'm not totally sure, but it is always fascinating to me to see companies come up with concepts that in a way already exist.
Yeah. And now the name of the software itself, or the name of the platform, it's got to be overhauled here, because all I can think of is, remember how you tie somebody's shoelaces together and make them trip and fall?
Yes.
Yeah, but it did. I mean, did you see the logo? It looked like a shoelace written in cursive. So
right.
That must be the real reason that they did it.
Yeah, but that's fine then.
Yeah.
Google really needs to stay out of the social space. I mean, it was a foregone conclusion that the only practitioners of Google Plus were Google employees at the final moment. So, I don't know. Speaking of Google, let's jump into an unconfirmed July search ranking algorithm update. It's getting heated out there. The chatter is there. It's not as huge as other algorithm changes and core updates that we've heard about, especially the June one that was actually announced by Google. But Barry Schwartz over at Search Engine Roundtable is tracking with the tools, all the tools, to be able to demonstrate some bumps there. So around the 11th and 12th of July, there is definitely a spike, definitely some volatility. And he went through all the tools of Mozcast, SERP metrics, Algoroo, Advanced Web Rankings, AccuRanker, Rank Ranger, Cognitive, and SEMrush, and they're all showing the same level of, it's not extreme volatility, but you better believe some changes are afoot. So, Shay, I don't know if you play in the SEO game at all, but have you heard about these recent updates that have kept on coming?
No, I don't work with SEO specifically, but just being in digital marketing and seeing the shifts that can occur and how often in general has definitely made me agile and able to pivot and not get too comfortable because anything could happen any day, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some friends of the show, Marie Haynes and Lily. Oh, Lord. Lily. Huh? Yeah, Lily Ray, I'm sorry. That's a flub. I'm so sorry, guys, Lily. That was a great show, and they talked about EAT, and that's expertise, authority, and trust. And we're going to come across trust and authority in our conversation today, but what we're seeing is a heck of a lot of changes that are leading us to a place of understanding that Google is really paying attention to those additional factors. They're kind of putting the SWAT down on additional content strategies out there that are still spammy, that are not helpful to the consumer to the best degree. And I really do think that EAT, this concept, is going to come across all social media, all digital marketing channels, not just SEO, because you're seeing the same thing in LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if you want to check out that, we certainly recommend Search Engine Roundtable to make sure that you're paying attention to, Barry's continually updating us on what's happening. It's choppy waters out there, folks. So pay attention and look at your own results. From on our last news article, Digiday by Carrie Flynn, publishers are finding LinkedIn isn't just for business and career news. And I'm sure Shay has some thoughts about this. Companies are finding that LinkedIn shares don't always need to be career focused. USA Today editor said, "We reanalyzed our strategy and noticed the stories that did the best on LinkedIn were the ones focused on the consumer or news that you can use. Frequent shares on LinkedIn don't appear to be punished by an algorithm the way repetitive sharing on Facebook might be." So what do you think about that? There's a utility that's happening in the LinkedIn space, right?
Yeah, definitely. And the platform has evolved. I think when we really started to see the platform revolutionize the way it is now with content marketing was when video was added as a function. Absolutely. About 2.5 years ago now. So once you add video to any platform, it's going to transform. And I think previously a lot of the advertising and, I'll put in quotes, content marketing on there was really a lot of vanilla content and a lot of ads, people posting just blatant flyers advertising their business with really strong CTAs back to their business because there just was nothing on LinkedIn. So even posting something as dry and as without value as that could get you a little bit of reach. Whereas now that video has hit the platform and there's a lot more competition, you can't just spam like was mentioned, or you can't just have sort of these blatant advertisements going out all the time. You need to actually provide value.
And along with it, it's been personalized with the live videos and the video content from individuals that are providing career help, introspection inside the business community. Now it's kind of evolving into not just a hard sell, like you're saying, but professionals that are in a professional environment. And that's the true separation from Facebook. You're not going to be pushing that content out where your friends and neighbors are going to be commenting. You're getting respect and authority and advice from people in the professional realm, right? Yeah,
definitely.
So we're excited about that. And LinkedIn is certainly, it's been that sleeping giant for a while. And boy, there's some changes afoot, and we're going to be talking about that right now. But we want to make sure that you're kept up to date with everything that we're sending through the show and broadcasting out. So sign up for the newsletter, free of charge. And we're talking about the news items of the week, as well as who we talk to and who we're going to be talking to. So it's free of charge. Just jump in over at edgeofthewebradio.com. You'll see the field, the newsletter sign up right at the top. You can also text to the number 22828, the word Edge Talk. And don't do it while you're driving, please. But you can sign up for those digital nuggets of gold I'm going to be sending each and every week to your inbox. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of our content, or especially more of this week's featured guest, including a full-length interview, head on over to YouTube and search for Edge of the Web. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to see digital marketing news as it happens.